This is the shift gear of the electric car. This is a Nissan Leaf 2015. First thing you got to do is just press your brakes, and then after that, press this button right here. So watch. I'm going to turn that off. It's off. Once I hold my brakes down and then I push the start button, you're going to hear that. Yeah, like we just turned on a Mac or Windows. Anyways, so now the car is automatically in P, if you notice that. Now, I'm going to move my hand over so you kind of see, but if we grab this and we push it to the left and then we bring it up, it says reverse now. I'm going to be quiet. You're going to hear something. Watch. And now we're in reverse. You want to put the camera over here? Watch, check that. Has a little really cool camera right there. Bam, perfect. And then if we go back to this down here, let's check this out. And then I'm going to move my hand. There you go. And then we're going to grab left, bring it down. We're on D. Now there's two different ones, D and B. What I've seen, honestly, now we're moving forward. There you go. Now what I've seen different is that D has less of a drag than B. B is a heavier drag. When I say drag, your battery is re-energizing faster. And I'll show you that while I'm driving. So for the sake of time and everything, we're going to be driving right now in D. And then here and there, I'll bust a B on you guys. Cool. If we press a button to the left over here, you can actually see how many miles I've driven in regards to the time of charging. Now, this one only has a level 1 and a level 2, which is the 240 and then the 120. Average is 3.8. I mean, how many miles you're getting per kilowatt. I have 97% right now of battery. And then if you notice, I do have 11 bars. I do not have my 12 bars. But so far, we're gonna give it a test. And we're in Nashville. The weather right now is 44 degrees and it is kind of cold. I do not have my heater on, and I'll tell you why. Because the moment I turn on my heater, these miles will actually go down. Watch what happens once I turn it on. I turned it on, automatically dropped to 73. I turned it off, it goes up to 82. That is something that I wasn't aware of. I'm a brand new, you know, this is like new to me, so I'm giving you guys a review just the way it is. If you notice, you do hear a sound, like a high frequency sound. I'm not sure if that's by default or that's something so people can hear the car from a distance, but it's there. As of right now, you will see my tire pressure light is on. I'm not really worried about that because I've read online in a couple of forums that could be due because of the weather. Because right now I'm pushing the gas pedal, which is the electric pedal, and then I'm letting it go to give it time to regenerate. So I'm busting a left turn over here. And then I want you to hear the sirens. I'm gonna keep quiet for about 5 seconds. You guys can hear the noise around me. Great, so right now I inputted the address where I'm going because I really want to show you guys how many miles it takes. Now, one thing I told you guys in the beginning is this is not a freeway car. This is not a freeway car. I really want to emphasize that. This is more of a street car. So it's gonna 17 miles on the street. Here in Nashville, it's about 43 minutes with some mild traffic. So I'm gonna be driving right now, and then right now it is 80 miles on my car. Our destination is about 17 miles, okay? So I want you to look at the dash over here. One thing that you guys might notice is it's starting to tell me like, hey, you know what? It takes about 1 hour and 10 minutes if I charge in 120, which is a regular house plug, or it takes about 50 minutes to charge in a level 2, 240. And I got 80 miles right now, and we're about to start our journey. So hopefully we'll be able to compare and check. So one thing that keep in mind, we are going on the street. It is 17 miles and 43 minutes to get there. The way I'm driving right now is I am pushing the gas pedal, which is the electric pedal, and on these downhills, like downslopes, I'm just letting it breathe, letting it go. And then that way, just to kind of help regenerate. So if we look at the top left, this top left, it's telling me, you know what, we're regenerating some battery, juicing it up again. Is it a big impact? Not really. Not really. It's really not. It's here and there. It's a hit or miss. It is a street car. So I'm going to keep on driving here. And we got a downhill. I got a couple of friends of mine who actually like to put the car on neutral. And then I'll show you guys how to do that. This is something that I saw online, and a friend of mine told me. So if I'm driving on the street and I want to hit neutral, I just literally push this all the way to the left. And I'm officially on neutral. And then you will actually feel the car glide smoother. What I do, I recommend it. Depends on you guys. It really depends on you guys. So, and then another thing is these dots on top, Now keep in mind, this is 2015. It does change for, I think 2018, 19, 20, they did change. But this dot is how much you're pressing down on your electric pedal. And then right now I'm regenerating and I have it on D. If I put it on B, you could see that's actually regenerating harder. That's the best way I could describe it. But the car will slow down even more. So let's see, we'll keep on driving right here so you guys can kind of check out. We are going through the street of Gallatin. Let's see, let's put the camera on the street Gallatin so you guys can check out the slope. It did get warmer inside the car. I do not have the heater on. Do not have the heater on right now. And so check this out. I'm about to go down a hill, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let go of my electric pedal, and then you'll see the self-regenerate right there. There you go. And then when I do that, am I affecting the traffic in the back? Not really. I honestly feel like I'm going at the speed of traffic, and then the miles per hour is 40, and my speed limit is 40. Also, another thing that I've noticed, you got these really cool trees on top. Those little trees on top, I'm not sure what they are, but I can only assume that they're there to tell me like, hey man, you've saved this amount of gas, or you're saving this amount, or these are your driving habits. So we're about 75 miles already that it went down, and then I still got 15 miles left on my destination. All right, we'll catch back in a bit. All right, so we're back. We have driven X amount of miles. I really don't know. My GPS says we still got 8.1 miles until we get to our destination. Junior, was it 14, 15, or 16? The miles, do you remember?
To get there, it was 17 miles.
All right, so 17 miles. So far we have 72 miles left on our car right here, battery. We got 82%, and looks like we got up there. We got a little tree right there. Check that out. We got a little tree right there. How cool is that? I'm not sure what that means, but yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really want to emphasize this is not a let's drive fast car. It is a let's drive fast car if you work close by, but if you're like me, like Gina right here, that we're literally driving like around 55, 65 miles a day, you really want to not push it. You want to drive, number one, at speed limit. Number two, if you know it's about to turn red, man, don't push it. Just let it regenerate, let it recharge its battery regenerate braking system. Let it do its thing, and then just kind of cruise it. Because like I said, it's not a let's drive fast car. It's not a let's get on the freeway and then let's get there faster. It's really a you work 10 miles away and you're okay with taking the streets. Or you work 10 miles away and then for a fact you could take the freeway. Just to kind of give you guys an idea, like an equation that we came up with, is if you are gonna hop in the freeway right off the bat, you're gonna lose 10 miles right off the bat. The moment you hop on the freeway and you're starting to drive at speed limit, you're gonna lose 10 miles. So if you got 30 miles and your destination is 10 miles away, good. You got the miles to hit the freeway the whole time. So we're down to 68 miles. Right now I have it on B because I've been driving it a lot on the streets, and I'm gonna watch. I'm putting it at D right here, and then remember the difference. D is less drag. B for me it's like more of a drag. That way this little bar here regenerates more. And there you go, man. Check out the streets. Beautiful day today. It's 50. It was 44 when we left. So it was 44 when we left. All right, looks like this is not my street that we're gonna take. Hold on. So I'm gonna wait over here. Watch, I'm gonna do this. D right here, took the eco mode and jammed it. Bam, you felt that? Yeah, I felt that too, man. Hold on, was that bad? That probably should have not been recorded though, so we'll think about erasing it or whatnot. Alright, I'm about to make a left. I think I lost 2 miles, by the way. I think I lost 2 miles, huh, man? Yeah, so I'm down to 67. That's what happens when you push it. It's still a good car, don't get me wrong. It's a really good car. I'm really happy with it. I have literally put how many miles do you think of it, man? Like 14,000?
Yeah.
14,000 miles in 1 year. I mean, I've really pushed it. All right, so we're driving over. We're checking everything out, and then we're about to hit like the west end of Nashville, and we'll come back. We'll come back to this. All right, you guys. Cool. So we are 0.7 miles from our destination. I just want to mention some stuff. Really key factors. Because here in Nashville, it's not like Texas, California, Arizona. If it is flat, right here we got different types of terrains, you know. So that's big. It plays a big factor in how many miles you get. So right now I am at 55, and then we'll do the math how many miles we've made. I have been driving it at speed. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now I have it on B just so I could regenerate a little bit more down these hills. What I've been doing so far right now is also coasting. For example, I'm about to coast right now down a hill. Do I recommend it? I don't know. It really depends on you guys. So I'm about to coast it right now. And now it's on D. Look at it. It's downhill just to kind of coast it a bit. And then I'm going to recharge it right now using B. Just so it could kind of regenerate. So let's keep that camera there. There you go.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Right it back down to D. So we're about 54 miles in. All right, so let's stop it and then we'll check how many miles we got. So we're at 54 at 68% charge. 54, 68% charge. All right, let's go outside. Check this out. All right, great. So just to guys let you know, to open the compartment where you guys actually charge, you press this one down. Once you press it, you'll hear a click and you'll be good to go. This is to heat up the steering wheel on this. And then this one is if you want to put a timer on it. And this one if you want to lock. For example, let's say you're charging at a public place and you want to lock it so nobody pulls out the plug. That's what you do. So I'm going to push it. I'm not going to charge it here, but I'm going to push it right there. All right, let's go check out the front, man. Come on. If you notice, it's a closed gap. So this would be your fast DC charger? For fast DC charger, and then this one would be your level 1 and level 2. Level 1, which is your regular house plug, which I always say it's like your cell phone plug. If you connect your cell phone plug here, I mean not the cell phone plug, but like a wall outlet to this, you're looking at 4 to 5 miles per hour to charge it. And then if you connect it at a level 2 charger, which this one has a board, I think like a 3.4 board. There's newer ones that have like a 6.4, but this one has a 3.4 board. And I think this one charges about 14 miles per hour. On a 6.4 board, I think it hits like 21 or 22. If it had this one, then we could go to fast charger and it could probably do like what 80% of the charge in 30 minutes. Why I didn't get it was because number one, it's like at the dealership they wanted $3,500 more. I'm like, I already got a nicer car for that. So I really wanted to experiment, but there you go. All right, cool. So we just finished up where we're at right now, and we're actually headed to part of near downtown, about 6 miles away. So we're headed about 6 miles away. So that's 16 minutes on the streets. So we're taking the streets right now just to kind of give you guys an idea, and then we'll do another video where we kind of push the car and see how many miles we get on I already emphasized this is not a freeway car. It is, you can use it if it's a short drive. It's more of a street car in my opinion. That's how you get your miles per the battery, you know, miles per your buck. And just drive safe. Just, you know, don't speed. So we're driving right now down the street. I wanted to answer a couple of questions that a couple of friends of mine normally ask. Is number one is, do you feel like you're ever going to get stuck somewhere? Honestly, there's different type of applications that you could download where it tells you, you know, like different charging points. Am I disappointed that there aren't enough charging locations that Nissan would provide? Oh, heck I am. You know, I honestly expected to see more charging stations, but it is what it is. So right now at my pad, at my house, we're charging everything via level 1, and we also got a level 2 charger. I installed a level 2 charger. So with the level 2 charger, then I could charge it up 3 times faster. Have I seen my electric bill go up? Just to kind of give you a rough estimate, and then I could be off, but for about 86 miles, 85 miles, I'm looking at probably like $2.30 worth of energy. It adds up. I'm not gonna lie to you, it adds up. For example, you charge it up 10 times, let's say you charge it up 2 times a day, you're looking at what, let's say 250, that's $5. $5 in 5 days, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. So I mean, it adds up, but it's worth it because you're saving on gas. Another thing also is in the state of Tennessee, well, in Davidson County, I get added $100, I believe, on top of my normal tags. So the tags come out to like 180, 190. I'm not really sure on that number. 180, 190. So it is about $100 extra, and that's a mandatory fee. And I guess that's because we're not using gas and we're not really putting our part, you know, to fix the pavement and whatnot. Another thing also is how fast does it charge at the house? Well, at my house, I have a level 2 charger. It's usually charging about, like I said, 14 to 15 miles per hour. And if it was a level 1 charger, then it'd be charging 4 to 5 miles per hour. Can you go far with that? At the end of the day, it really depends on where you're going and then how long you're gonna be there. With what I do for a living, I tend to travel a lot. So in a day, I could definitely be putting 89, 95 miles, 100 miles. Am I pushing it? Yeah, you know I am. I mean, I like to push this car as much as I can. Have I been towed? 3 times. 1 AAA and then 2 times with a friend of mine. We'll try to do another video on that one. Other than that, it really depends on, number 1, how far you're driving. You know, do you really want to save? How far are you driving? Like, what's your point A to point B? On top of that, at your point B, can you plug it somewhere? Can you plug it, you know, is your boss nice enough to let it plug outside a wall outlet or whatnot? When I lost the bar, I didn't freak out. I was more like, you know what, I lost the bar, it's cool. And then this is another thing too. If you buy a used Nissan Leaf, that's what you want to look at. You want to look at those 12 bars. And if you see the top number right at the top, it says number 1. That means I lost a bar. So right now I'm at 50 miles and I'm at 62%. So that's number 1. Number 1 is, you know, how many miles are you driving per day? It'd be awesome if at your destination you could find a level 2 around you. If not, maybe your boss will allow you. Another thing also that sucks is I've been using those charge points, but you know, every time I go to the charge points and I try to plug it in or I use my card, it's like a special card. I'll show you guys. It comes with your Nissan. Let's see, where's this at? Where's this at? Where's this at? There you go. Perfect, right here. This is a card, right? It says easy charge. And so this card, when you get to a charging station, you just, you know, you swipe it. Well, no, you don't swipe it. You just what? Tap it. You tap it, and then it detects your account, and it's connected to your PayPal or your credit card, whatever you guys want. But here's the kicker, though. I've noticed that a lot of these places where I'm trying to charge a level 2, they are now restricting, you know, you can only charge it up to 6 p.m. After that, you can't leave it overnight, or you can't charge it after 7. Other 2 places that I've noticed that I've tried to charge is, for an odd reason, I guess someone felt lucky and they just started jamming the level 2 handle. And then once that's jammed, that's it, you're done. And the odds of these places are fixing it are like very slim if there's no demand, you know? So that's another thing that pretty much sucks. Other than that, I can't complain. I mean, I'm saving on gas. I'm using an electric car, which is kind of cool. Keep in mind, like I said, it's not really a freeway car. This car is more like you got to watch out your speed, how fast you're going, your elevation, how high, you know, are you going up a hill, are you going down a hill? Those are all major factors in determining how many miles you get. But once we get to our destination, we'll check out how many miles I got left. I was amazed how much space it has inside. I didn't think it was gonna be that spacious. So we pop open the back. There's a lot of space, there really is. One thing that's really cool about this is it has heated back seats, which is very, very cool. Very warm, actually. That's the right word, right? Okay. And then the front, let's check out the front over here. Hold on. That's the front right here. Same thing, you know, heated front seats. Very comfortable. Can't go wrong. It's a decent sound system. I can't complain. Let's pop open the hood, man. And then this is the hood. This is the motor, I guess, battery. To my knowledge, you know, it's very minimal maintenance. Can't go wrong. Other than that, would I recommend this car? Yes, I would definitely recommend it, but depends on a couple of factors. Number 1 is distance. Are you driving close by, or are you driving far away? Number 2 is, are you taking the freeway? Number 3 is, are you going to install a level 2 charger at your house? Regular plug from the outlet. So it really depends on you guys. Other than that, I like the car. I already put like I said, 15,000 miles on this. But would I buy a newer one that has higher mileage? Oh, you bet I would. Something easily with like 200 to 250 miles would be ideal. Again, I'm not willing to fork out $80K, $70,000. I'm not at that level yet, you know. But when I become at that level, I'll definitely buy one of those. But this is my honest opinion in regards to this car.